and everybody knew why I didn't fight you. After the Barrios fight, I was all ready to fight you. You're the one who just doesn't want somebody to have a tune-up, shake off the dust, keep everything moving. You a stay busy fighter, kid. What do you got? 40 wins? I got 10 less fights than you, homie. We come from the same Olympic year, bro. You didn't beat up a real champion, kid. Everybody knows you put Thurman in the ring on that same night.
Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P with Slap Pappy Gorilla. What? Hey, check it out, fight fans. Hey, look, man. I'm a fight fan. Y'all already know I'm a boxing fan. Listen. Now, I'm usually pro boxer. Now. But man, when boxers talk a lot of trash and they ain't even been fighting, bro, you ain't even a boxer no more. You're a boxing retiree. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I got to go with the guy who fighting. Man, look, man, this thing a trip, bro. All right, y'all, everybody know Terence Bud Crawford is the #1 fighter, pound for pound, in the world. Everybody know that now. He just won the highly anticipated fight to become the undisputed champion in the 147-pound division. Listen. And he is also, like I say, pound for pound #1. This is his second weight class that he has become undisputed. He was also undisputed at 140 pounds. Everybody know this unless you've been living under a rock and you just came out and you fresh out and new. But if you've been watching boxing for the last 3 to 6 months, you already know who Terence Crawford is. Now, if you've been watching boxing for the last 10 years, you might know who Keith Thurman is. That joker been retired so long, I don't even know if you a boxing fan for the last year, you might don't even know who he is. Hey, look, Keith Thurman been talking a lot of trash cause Terence Crawford was talking trash about him and Danny Garcia. How, man, look. Like, man, look, when I wanted to fight y'all wasn't nowhere to be found, so bump y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's his mentality. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I wouldn't mind seeing Terence Crawford whip Danny Garcia in a 154-pound matchup. Listen. I wouldn't mind seeing Terence Crawford beat the brakes off of Keith Thurman. I wouldn't mind seeing it. And I'm going to tell you this. I really believe he'll beat the brakes off Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman ain't even fighting. Ring Russell take over. So he was talking trash, right? I let y'all hear the clip, but y'all already know he was talking. And what it is, he got so many holes in his own statement. He was talking about how, okay, talking about Terence Crawford, when they was wanting Terence Crawford to fight him, that some junk, man. And then he talking about talking about how he he was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao. That's what he say. He was supposed to be fighting Manny Pacquiao. So you already know it was off the, cause he was trying, but you ain't fight Manny Pacquiao. Then he talking about, and then after that, he was trying to fight after Keith Thurman fought Mario Barrios. Okay, and then he say, but man, you ain't want to let nobody get no tune-up. Mario Barrios is a tune-up. I'm saying, like, what you mean? What, you wanted another tune-up? Because Mario Barrios hurt you? Man, look, this joker right here a trip, bro. And I'm going to tell you, I used to really like Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? In the division, like before Errol Spence was like highly touted in the division, Keith Thurman was the man. Like he fought Sean Porter and Danny Garcia back to back and beat both of them. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? He ain't scared to fight the best in the division. But I'm gonna tell you, at the time, the best in the division was like, I know I'm gonna get flack for this, but the best in the division was B-level fighters, man. Sean Porter was a fighter, and I like Sean Porter because he gritty, he raw, and he'll fight anybody. But Sean Porter never could pull the trigger. Never. Every time he was a world champion. But when it came time to really shine and take his career to the next level, he never could do it. He fought Kell Brook. Kell Brook beat him and took his IBF championship. That's how Kell Brook had the IBF championship when Errol Spence went to fight him, because he had already took it from Sean Porter. Now, same thing. Danny Garcia is a 2-weight division world champion. He was a world champion at 140. You know, that's where he really fought his best competition. When he came to 147, he became a champion by fighting Robert the Ghost Guerrero, who at the time had done nothing to be in a title fight. But it was a vacant WBC title. So by being vacant, I'm going to tell you, PBC, Al Heyman, y'all better learn something. You know, he takes a book out of Al Heyman's page, but only he's doing it on a bigger scale now. Al Heyman take a book, a page out of the book of Bob Arum. That's what I meant. Top Rank. Bob Arum, when he controls the floor, he controls the floor. So Al Heyman was guiding the career of Danny Garcia. He got him them fights, man. He led his career. He led him to become the WBC champion. He put him in a position to do that. He fought Robert the Ghost Guerrero for a vacant title, and he became the WBC champion. Now listen to this. His performance in the ring was becoming more and more lackluster. You know, he had you know, some fights where he, you know, shocked the world when he knocked out Amir Khan. He wasn't supposed to win that fight, you know. That was supposed to be a fight where Amir Khan was supposed to kind of showcase his speed and talent. Danny Garcia dropped all that. He ruined all that. And then he fought Lucas Matisse. Y'all don't remember that, man. Look, like I say, man, I'm a boxing fan. I've been watching this thing for a little minute, man. And I'm gonna tell you, there was some good fights. Danny Garcia and Matisse was a very good fight. That was on the undercard of that Canelo Alvarez Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight. Y'all remember that? When Floyd Mayweather, all y'all talk trash about Floyd Mayweather's resume. A lot of Canelo Alvarez fans, but y'all forget Floyd took Alvarez to school. Took him to school. No, whatever. All right, that's a whole different story. But anyway, on the undercard of that fight, really the best fight on the card was Matisse and Danny Garcia. Because that Floyd Mayweather fight, if you weren't watching the fight to see a showcase and you wasn't going for Floyd Mayweather, then that wasn't nothing, because it was a lot of mad Canelo Alvarez fans. But anyway, I'm going to leave that alone. Anyway, that Matisse Danny Garcia fight was really probably the best fight on the card. That was a real good fight. Danny Garcia was in some good fights at 140. But when he came to 147, man, his career was lackluster. You know, and then after he done won the belt, he got the belt took. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a fighter that could never pull the trigger to take his game to the next level of superstardom. You know what I'm saying? And he had all the opportunities in the world. You know, he got beat by Keith Thurman. Then he fought Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, two B-level fighters, to fight each other for a vacant title, and Sean Porter beat him. Sean Porter beat Danny Garcia. So both those guys, man, were guys that never could pull the trigger to take their career to the next level. Now, Keith Thurman beat both of them. But, I mean, who did you beat? You ain't beat no A-level fighter. Now, Keith Thurman telling Terence Crawford, you ain't beat no real champion. In other words, he saying he ain't Errol Spence. If you put me in the ring with Errol Spence that night, man, please. Look, Errol Spence been beating B-level fighters who ain't on their game. You know what I'm saying? He beat Danny Garcia too. And he was coming off a car accident and beat him worse than you beat him. A lot of people say that Danny Garcia, they argue about that. Danny Garcia could have got the nod in the edge for that fight. You know what I'm saying? And Danny Garcia himself was up in arms and saying, hey, I want a rematch. I feel like I won the fight. But he wasn't saying that after he fought Errol Spence. Danny Garcia was not saying that was a close fight, not close enough that he should get a rematch because it was a close fight. Danny Garcia admitted that Errol Spence was the better man. And his daddy was telling him stuff to do. And he even told his daddy that that's easier said than done. Because he couldn't do nothing with Errol Spence. But after Keith Thurman fight, it's funny. Keith Thurman wasn't coming off no car accident. And Danny Garcia felt like he won that fight. But Danny Garcia ain't felt like he won against Errol Spence. But that show you the level of fighter that he is. Now, check this out. This is my thing. I know styles make fights. You can't make a fight triangle and say every time just because this person beat that person, they'll beat that person. Nah, I understand that. I've been watching it a while now, and I go back and watch the old school fights. You know what I'm saying? You know, the old school four kings. You know, just because one beat the other don't mean the other can't beat the other. You know what I'm saying? But this is my thing. There is levels in the fight game. And I'm sorry, honey baby, but Keith Thurman, you is not on the level of a Terence Crawford. I give him credit. He can move his feet and all that. But man, how susceptible he is to that body, man, Terence Crawford will beat the brakes off you. Errol Spence probably will beat the brakes off you. And then he talking about, the Errol Spence that night. The Errol Spence that night that fought Terence Crawford probably will beat the brakes off you. Terence Crawford is just a special fighter. Errol Spence beat fighters that were not on his level even when he was compromised. He was clearly compromised when he fought Danny Garcia, just coming off of a car accident. Now, after coming off a car accident and a retina tear in his eye, he came back and beat Ugas. It's levels in this. That's why. It's not because Terence Crawford made Errol Spence look like that. Now, was that an Errol Spence of old? Maybe not. But none of them wasn't Errol Spence of old. The one that beat Danny Garcia wasn't the Errol Spence of old. The one that beat Ugas definitely wasn't the Spence of old. Before that fight, Spence even looked weight drained. You know what I'm saying? So and I picked Terence Crawford to win because that was one of the factors I factored in. Errol Spence been making 147 too long, and because of the wear and tear on his body. You know, not just from fighting, but when you come off them car accidents and the retina tear, ring rust, and you know, you factor all that stuff in. And one of the things that most fighters complain about, they say the most damage you take is when you prepare for these fights, because they spar all these different rounds, man, and you get tired in there and you getting hit while you tired. Now, you might not be getting hit like in a regular boxing match, but that stuff take a toll on your body. And Errol Spence had been through so much and still making that same 147. That was one of my factors. That was one of the factors why I felt like Terence Crawford was going to win. But whatever it is whatever. I still think that Hey, Keith Thurman, Terence Crawford, great fight. I'll watch it. I'll buy it on pay-per-view, but I'm just a boxing fan. I'm going to buy in them. You know what I'm saying? If it's a fight I want to see, I'm going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not go surf it and all that stuff or whatever y'all call it nowadays. I ain't gonna be surfing the net trying to find it for free and all that. I'm gonna buy it because I want to see it. I want to see it clear and I want to see it for show. I don't want no interruption. So I'm gonna buy the fight. If he fight Danny Garcia, I'm gonna buy that mug. If he fight Keith Thurman, I'm gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so whatever is whatever, man. I still would like to see the fight. It's just a trip to hear these guys talking trash. Man, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, y'all rematch each other and then try to lure Crawford to fight the winner or something, man. Because Crawford already got a rematch that he is obligated to with Errol Spence. We ain't even seen that yet. Now, and this is the thing about boxing that I know. If Terence Crawford come back and win spectacular over Errol Spence, then it's gonna be a lot more opportunities open up for him. He ain't gonna have to go backwards in his career. And then if the fight is close, they might call for another rematch. You never know. And it could be lucrative. And he ain't got to fight you. You know what I'm saying? So, man, this is the thing about Keith Thurman. Lately, it seems like he trying to find a cash out fight. You know what I'm saying? You trying to cash out, bro. Yeah, you was trying to fight Manny Pacquiao. Then that tune-up with, when you fought these little tune-ups, like, bro, that was for, yeah, you made a couple dollars, whatever. It was a tune-up. You should have fought Crawford after you tuned up. Talking about Mario Barrios, that was your tune-up right there. Fight Crawford then. But nah, he want a cash-out fight. See, he wanted to raid around for Manny Pacquiao and all that. But man, look, you ain't slick, bro. Now you trying to cash out because Crawford can bring a little revenue to the table. And it still ain't gonna be no real cash out for you. But he trying to get his name in lights, whatever. Bruh, you keep barking up the wrong tree, you gonna end up a gatekeeper. If you even gonna fight this Daddy P, like, hate, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can be notified every time it goes down. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Daddy P, I'm up out of there.